Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Abundant Practitioner. Today, I'm going to be talking about the old way of marketing, doing all the things, right? And the new way you can market a transformational experience to your audience. Okay, so stay tuned. This is an exciting one. Welcome to our podcast, designed for psychologists, therapists, and counselors who want to take their business online and live a soul-nourished and profitable life without compromise. If you want to know the secrets used by practitioners just like you to navigate the global e-learning market successfully, then you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Talene, chartered psychologist, business mentor, and your host, and welcome to the Abundant Practitioner podcast. Hey, so we're on another episode. I'm not even sure what episode number we're at, but we are here for another episode. I'm really excited about this one because as a psychologist, counselor, therapist, or, you might be another type of health and well-being practitioner, I'm pretty sure you have some idea of how you could help people in an online world, right? In terms of maybe, or even in person, it doesn't have to be online. So maybe you have an idea to host a retreat, or maybe you have an idea to create an offering, a transformational experience where you help people in over a certain time period. Maybe you have an idea, right? And you're really clear on how you want to help people. You might have a workshop idea, like you have some sort of idea on how you want to help people. You might have many ideas, but that's not what we're talking about today, right? But what I often find is that as a practitioner, you have some sort of ideas, it might be more than one, of how you can help people. And you know that you're skilled at helping people in creating change in their life. You might even know like you are really great at it. Like it's your natural gift. It's why you went and studied psychology, or it's why you went and studied counseling. It's really why you do what you do, because you naturally just was drawn to that field because you naturally want to help people, and then you've become really great at it, and you can help people in a really great way, right? And you have an idea on how you want to help people do that in a way that feels fun and joyful and vibrant, right? And one of the issues I find many practitioners are challenged with is that they have no idea how to effectively market this, right? How do I bring this out to an audience of people that actually are interested in this, and not only interested, but they are willing to commit to this process and pay for it, right? And come into this experience. And how do I do this marketing thing? What is even this marketing thing, right? And I often find that this is one of the biggest holes that health and wellness practitioners fall into, is because they think that they can just like work this marketing thing, this thing out by just watching a few YouTubes and trying a few things and doing this slapdash approach to marketing. And that is just not how marketing works, right? And the marketing methods that we use and marketing methods that we teach our clients is all about transformational marketing. We know when somebody comes into contact with Dr. Talene brand, they will have like some level of transformation. Like everything we send out is for of service, okay? And it's what we teach our clients, but we it's done in a way where everything's working towards one direction, where we have consistent flow of dreamboat clients that we are working with and that we are talking to. And one of the biggest challenges that people find is that they are struggling to speak to their, like, find people for their program. So they're an excellent practitioner, they've got an amazing idea, but how do I now bring those people in? And what is required is marketing. And I have studied marketing. Like, I've actually studied marketing. Oh my gosh, now I'm remembering. I have studied marketing for the past 7 years. I studied psychology for 10 years. So I've almost reached the same level of years of study with marketing as I have done with psychology. And I would say the level of studying has been more richer because it's been a practical application of marketing in those 7 years, right? Through the guidance and experience of top quality experts in the marketing industry, right? Which is why I really know marketing. And it's quite funny, like my marketing division, they really joke because they're like, Talene, you know marketing more than we know marketing. And I'm a psychologist first and foremost, right? I wouldn't, I don't position myself under the title of like chief marketeer, but I know marketing, right? I've studied the ins and outs of marketing, of psychology, of human behavior, of buying behavior, of purchasing behavior, of selling behavior. And I've done that from such a place of integrity and truth. And like, how do we like do this marketing thing in a way that makes sense, in a way that the data shows it makes sense? Because I'm a data driven person. Being a psychologist, you study like data, SPSS, evidence, right? What's the evidence that shows this works, right? So you got to really recognize that as a psychologist that studied marketing, I've studied it to a level that I only do marketing that I know is helpful and works. And works by me, not meaning in my head, I think it works, but the data in our business shows it works. And that's what we support our clients to do, is like looking at the data. How do we make your business work so it is scalable? So it is like you're able to have time freedom and location freedom and all of that freedom, right? And it's by really putting in place marketing that is not only transformational but marketing that works. And one of the things is that practitioners often have this a beautiful idea, and bless them, they they YouTube or Google or maybe do like a cheap course or whatever on marketing. They are marketing, or it might even be a high level course on marketing, right? But it's marketing doing all the things, not looking at data, right? Not grounded in anything other than if you put enough out there, someone will buy, right? And it's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and then you've got people doing like all sorts of things. They're TikToking, they're doing IGTV, they're blogging, they're on Twitter, they're on LinkedIn posting, they're doing this YouTube channel, they've got the podcast, they're on other people's podcasts, they're guest blogging, they're doing challenges, they're doing daily lives or showing up 7 times a day. Like, they're doing all of this stuff, which ultimately is cross your fingers, hope and pray marketing. That is not real marketing, right? Marketing that works is a science, right? Psychology in that is under a science. Okay, I'm sure that there's scientists that call it pseudoscience and all of that, but it's grounded in evidence, data. And it's the same with your marketing. Look at the data. So I want to challenge you all to look at like what you're doing right now, right? What marketing have you got in place right now, right? And what results is it bringing? Have you got marketing in place that, like our clients, is bringing you like 100 people a month of your avatar, of your ideal person? Have you got marketing right now that is bringing you 5, 10 calls a week? Have you got marketing that is working for you and the outcome that you would like? Right? Have you got marketing that is going direct to a sale? Is it working for you? And you have to look at your marketing efforts in your business, right? And apologies, I sound really nasally today. I'm getting a little cold. I'm fighting it off, fighting it off. But I'm just more important about getting this message across. And that's why I had to show up again today. Is look at your marketing, really look at your marketing and understand, what am I doing right now? Is it a hope and pray marketing strategy that I've got in place? Or am I looking at, have I got data to understand what needs tweaking, what needs changing, right? And really moving it forward in a science-based way. Are you learning marketing just like you have done with becoming a practitioner? I think it's almost crazy when I ask somebody, how much have you invested in terms of time, energy, money, resource into becoming the practitioner that you are today? And they like boldly say, like, yeah, it's been this many years and I've got this many certificates and I've got this many letters and I've got this much experience and I, got this much student loan debt and I've got this much, oh, yay, because society has like built us to know, like, it's all acceptable to get this level of education that we have. I'm grateful for my education. Of course I am. And I'm grateful for you guys having your education too and being really qualified at what you do. But then I pose the same question in terms of, okay, in driving your business forward and understanding business and understanding marketing and how it all comes together, how much time, energy, money, and resource have you invested into that? Uh, Often it's like silence, like it's like mic drop moment in their head of like, because they've got this level of academia, level of experience, level of know-how, there becomes this narrative in their psyche that says, I should be able to figure anything and everything out in this world right now because I'm a doctor or because I've got 10 years experience or because I'm, got a master's or whatever that is. And no, you have to build your business with the same level of integrity that you've built your qualifications and you've built up your experience to become the practitioner you are, if you're going to have a successful business that you would like. And that's why our practitioners really like, they take that leap of like understanding, okay, at the end of the day, you know what? I've really poured into my education at this level. And now I need to understand business. I need to understand marketing, right? Like really understand it. And not by hope and pray, like not by watching some YouTubes, not by downloading the next free workbook, right? Or not by doing like all of these things, but actually understand marketing and the science behind marketing and the psychology behind marketing. And I'm just so passionate about this because if the more practitioners that learn marketing, right, whether it's with me and my team or whether it's with somebody else, I don't care, right? But the more practitioners that understand how to build a business and how to build a business that makes sense and how to build a business with effective marketing, right, and effective systems and effective processes that enable them to have a really beautiful business and a really beautiful life, the better. Because as a practitioner, you are so heartfelt and genuinely giving and give a shit about the people you work with, right? That you deserve to have a business that works. But what happens is that practitioners trip themselves up because they don't go boldly into understanding, okay, now it's my time to learn about business. Now it's my time to learn about marketing. Now it's my time to actually really strategically move my business forward in a way that makes sense, as opposed to just doing this hope and pray, cross my fingers nonsense, quite frankly, That then starts to make you doubt your abilities as a business person. But actually, if you look at the facts and the data, you've just not given yourself that chance of really being guided step by step, right? With accountability and guidance in terms of this is how you do, and education and all of that. So you understand how to build your business in a way that makes sense. And when you do that, that's how you find yourself moving forward with speed, moving forward, feeling amazing, right? One of my clients, I was talking to her the other day, and she was saying, you know, put aside the fact that she's built this business now, and she's incredible. It's like it was worth the investment, just like how you've changed my life, like from my mind. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what happens when you go through education. Like, you have already built yourself so much, but there's whatever you've learned so far is not enough to get you where you're going. And so there's something that needs to happen. And yes, maybe you need to have more debt. But at the end of the day, if that's going to get you to where you are having a business now and not just having all these letters after your name with a shit ton of debt behind you, right? And now being like, oh, what do I do now? Right? But you actually now are taking that last step to build a business. Then surely isn't that worth it? Like, that was my thinking when I started. It was like I can choose to be here at a place where I acknowledge, okay, I've done this undergraduate, I've done this master's, I've done this doctorate degree, I've got this amount of debt, I've got this much experience, and I can choose to settle with this kind of job or this type of business that I don't have any idea of how to do business or drive business forward. Or I can choose a different path and say, okay, I'm gonna still need to leap again and learn more and start learning about how to build a business and learning about marketing, which now today I can come to you and say, I have 7 years under my belt working with the best of the best experts in marketing and understand it even more so that my marketing team still call me like chief marketer, when they are excellent at what they do and they've come in studying marketing from that angle. I've studied psychology first and foremost and worked in that field and then come around this way. So, I just really wanted to open up your eyes. I know everybody's preparing going into 2022 and what that means for you and what that means for your business and what that means for your vision and what that means for your life, right? But really, like, take a moment to stop and see, like, what am I doing? How am I being supported right now? How am I educating myself right now? What needs to happen? What is the data? In the efforts that I'm currently doing right now, is it working? Like, is it? Right? Like, what am I doing to move forward? Okay. Am I asking the questions? Have I got the people to ask the questions too? Am I showing up for myself? Am I boldly showing up for this business? Am I boldly making decisions from my destiny, or am I operating by making decisions from my history? Right? What are you doing? Because there's a whole new way of really moving forward, right? And the new way to move forward is, if you see my masterclass, you would know I term it the SMS approach, right? Rooted in the principles of psychology and human behavior change, okay? And that's where you are able to find your people. You're shown how you find your people, how to talk to your people with the right messaging, right? And you are doing it in a way where actually your people are meeting your message when they are ready to change, But it's a cycle of it, right? It's happening in a way that works. But you don't have to be scrambling, right? Does it take work to put all of this in place? Yes. Okay, so it sounds all simple and nice and easy, and it is, but it does take work to do that. But when you are understanding, okay, this is step one, this is what I've got to work on right now to get to this outcome. This is what I've got to work on now. This is what I've got to work on now. This is what I've got to work on now. And you're getting feedback from experts and you're getting support in how to make this happen. You're able to get that outcome as well, right? It really is that simple. But when you're trying to fumble in the dark, learning things that you really don't really know, trying to listen to all different people's messaging on how to do marketing and trying to piece all these various different methods together to make up your own method, what are you really going to come out with? Right. So that's what I really wanted to talk about today, is just being really congruent in like what you're doing, how you're thinking, what actions you're taking, that are moving in alignment with your vision of what you want to create. Okay. Is it going to require you to invest money into building your business? Yeah, probably. Right. If somebody came to you today and said they were going to start up a coffee shop, do you think it would require some money? Yeah. And you'd probably say, oh, yeah, you're going to need some money, right? You're going to need some time, right? You're going to need some resources, right? Like these are a given. Okay. So, but you've got to decide, what is my vision? What do I need to get there? Right. And how am I going to make it happen? How am I going to make it happen? And asking yourself those questions, don't shut down your ability to move forward. Right? If you start asking yourself these questions, how am I going to make it happen? How am I going to make it happen? You will start thinking creatively about how you're going to make that happen. I stumbled across today a document that I'd created in the early days of setting up my business, which was where I'd identified people that I was going to consider my dragons, like Dragon's Den in the UK, a bit like Shark Tank in the US. And it was like, these are going to be my people, and I'm going to present to them my idea and why I feel this is a viable business concept, and I would love them to be investors, and I would love them to help me and support me, and I'm clearly demonstrating to them that this is how much I'm putting in, and this is how much I would love for you to support me with. And it was like I was able to creatively think about solutions of how I'm going to drive forward, rather than feeling stuck by like, oh, I've got this much student loan debt, and I've got this much credit card debt, and and I live in this house, and you know what I mean? Like making up all these stories that could prevent me from moving anywhere. Like start adding all narratives. Oh, and is it because I'm a woman? And maybe it's going to be challenging because of that. And maybe it's going to be harder because I'm black. And maybe it's going to be harder because I'm in my 20s. And maybe it's going to be harder. Like, yeah, maybe it is, but you're not going to get anywhere unless you start claiming and deciding that it's possible for you. And you start thinking, how do I make this possible? How do I make this happen? How do I make this happen? How do I make this happen? Right? If you kept asking yourself every single day, how do I make this happen? For the things that you want to make happen, you will start to see those ideas come to play of how you can make it happen. It's just a fact, right? That's how the brain works. We all know that, okay? Put our reticular activating system to work and bring forward the thing that we want to bring into our life. Law of attraction, if you want to go down that way. You know what I mean? God, like, let's pull out the Bible out here, Like, belief. How do you make it happen? Ask yourself powerful questions to your mind, and you will make your business work. But it does require you to study. It does require you to put in the work, and it does require you to allow yourself to be guided. You don't have to figure this all out on your own, people. So I could rant and rave on this topic all day long. But I won't. I'll keep it nice and succinct. So I'll wrap up there. If you do, though, listen to this episode and you are ready to really make 2022 your year on another level, and you're like, I'm ready to build my business. I want to learn about marketing. I want to learn about business. I want to put in these steps into place. And you want to do that, then I'm going to advise you to reach out to our team and go to www.drtalene.com/explore, and we'll get on the phone with you for about 40 minutes or so, and we'll have a chat with you about your vision and what needs to happen, and really help you map out a plan. And that plan may be that we can help you, and if we can, we'll let you know, and maybe it's we can't, and if we can't, we'll equally let you know. But either way, give yourself that gift for Christmas, allow yourself to step boldly into 2022 doing exactly what you know you're meant to do. Okay. You're really not meant for a life of mediocrity. So rise up to your greatness, okay, in greater ways. And I will see you again for another episode. Next week will be the final episode before Christmas. So I'll see you then soon. In the meantime, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning into today's show. We drop a brand new episode each week, so do subscribe. And if you like what you heard and you're ready to pivot the way you work and discover a new way, then go to www.drtalene.com/explore and book an appointment to speak with our team. We'll hop on the phone with you for about 45 minutes and help you craft out a step-by-step strategy on how you can successfully make the pivot just like our clients have. I'm Dr. Talene. Good luck and let's talk soon.